Hi everyone, this is a screencast of our slides that we went over last week. We had a couple of check-in meetings called Getting Ahead of September 8th. I'm going to review some of what we did last week and show you where you can find links and next steps. The important thing about watching this video is if you want to use the links, you're going to have to go back into your email and open up the attachment I sent of this slideshow. So I'm going to scroll through to the most important parts. First thing we did was we talked about setting up all of your accounts. So the required first step is to set up your HCC email account, and you'll find instructions by clicking on this link. Before you do that, you need to know your student ID number. It always starts with 3 zeros and then has 6 numbers after that. If you don't know where to find it or cannot find it, contact me and I'll get that number to you. Once you set up your email, please just compose an email, send it to me so that I know that you've done this step. After you've done all of this, you're going to keep checking your emails, hopefully every day, but maybe every few days. As we get closer to the fall, you need to check it more frequently. But you're going to look for anything from me, Andrea, anything from Success Initiatives, and I'll explain that later, or anything that looks like it might be from your instructor. If you see anything important, you're not sure, share it with me or your coordinator. So I'm going to click on this link to set up my email account for the first time. It'll take you to the steps. They look complicated at first. What you need to know is at the very first time, your username is your first initial, last name, and the last 3 digits of your student ID. And the very first time, your password is going to be uppercase H, lowercase cc, and those last 6 digits of your ID number. When you do that, you'll get in and you'll be able to create your own password. Moving along, you're going to find a link for RAVE, that's our emergency alert system. This is also a requirement for everybody because it's really important that you get emergency updates. It could take place even when we're not on campus. For example, there could be some bizarre power outage and the college needs to let you know that Zoom is not working and don't panic. They'll send a message when things are up and running again. So you're going to use this link. You're going to log in the same way you do for your email. So it's going to be first name, initial, last name, those last 3 numbers, that's your username, and it's going to be the password that you just set up. When you log in, you'll be able to add all of that important information for emergency contacts. The next slide tells you that it's required that you try to enter your Moodle page. Moodle is the learning platform that HCC uses. Not every class uses it. Many classes do. And you can find your class listing and a lot of important information, and even your club information by using the Moodle page. So again, if you have this document that I sent you, go to the slide, click on Moodle page. It'll take you there, same username and password. If you have any trouble, always email helpdesk@hcc.edu. They get back to people really quickly. If you get locked out of your account, they can walk you through that. The next slide has information about some video tutorials that have been made by students. and they have put together so many nice, sharp videos on all kinds of topics like using Moodle, Zoom, Google Apps. So I'm going to click on this link that's in the slideshow, and it takes me to their webpage, and you can see they've set stuff up about how to use tutor.com, how to use online services. Click on more. There's many things that you can watch a video on. Please check those out if you need help, and don't be shy about that. I apologize for going back and forth from present mode. You can also make one-on-one appointments with student workers. So instead of watching a video, you can use this link to make an appointment, and one student worker who knows how to do all this stuff will have an appointment with you, and you guys will meet online, and they can talk you through any questions you have and walk you through the steps. So if I want to make an appointment, I click this link, and it's opening me up to a calendar. What you want to look for is all these things that say support with. So support with Tatiana, support with Aaron. There are students named Zach in here. You click on the time and the day you want, and when you select that appointment date, they're going to get in touch with you and confirm the appointment. The next thing that you need to do, and it says required right here, check your schedule. Does it look right to you? Do you understand whether it is hybrid or online? I can tell you that it still looks a bit confusing on those schedules. But if you have a date and time on your schedule, that means it is a hybrid model, or blended is what they're calling it, which means you'll meet every week at that time together on a group Zoom, just like going to class. If there's no date and time, that means that you won't have any of those class meetings. If you have questions about that, please get in touch with me. You want to keep checking your emails for a course syllabus. And a course syllabus is a document containing the expectations and requirements of your specific class. So there will be information about assignments, due dates, office hours, required textbooks and materials. You want to keep a lookout for that document because that's going to help you prepare. You might get that in an email from your instructors, or you might find it in Moodle. So you need to log into Moodle and check that on occasion. When you receive a class syllabus, please share it with me. If you don't know how to share it, just email me and I'll walk you through that. Technology, textbooks, and supplies. Most supplies and textbooks will be delivered directly to your home address. Please contact me with your home or mailing address to avoid any incorrect address errors. Occasionally, students put on their HCC application their transition program address, and then things can get kind of messed up. So please check in with me on that. Anything that we can't deliver to you, we'll be able to schedule an appointment for contactless pickup. And email me right away whenever you have any information about what those supplies are that you need. So typically you'll get that information in an email or a syllabus from your instructor. You're going to get an accommodation agreement, and an accommodation agreement provides information about the student's approved accommodations. So that's what you guys might use to access and participate in the class. New students must schedule an intake meeting with me before I can draft that accommodation agreement. please do this as soon as possible. I mentioned this in another video. Some of your meetings with me might be pretty quick and easy because maybe we've met several times online. But I do need to talk with each and every one of you, so if you're not sure about how to schedule that, email me or your coordinator. Continuing students will receive their accommodation agreements by email prior to the start of classes. New student orientation modules. I originally put in here that it's just for new students, but since then I changed my mind and I've registered everyone. I believe it should not be a problem for continuing students if you choose not to look at these, but I think it's a good idea to at least check some of them out. And for the new students, you definitely should look at these, and it might even help to look at them with your ed coaches because it might help them. You're going to receive 3 emails, separate emails from Success Initiatives. Read through each email and explore the different resources available that they outline in that email. Be sure to access those online modules and complete them. Contact me if you have any questions about what is presented or if you're having trouble getting in. If you want to try to create a buddy system and a bunch of us look at them together, we could plan that out. Lastly, HCC Connect Days. This is the first time we're doing it. It's going to be a series of across 2 days of online activities and workshops to help students and faculty connect and to prepare for the fall semester. It will be fun. It will be helpful. Some of the workshop topics are very specific. I think there's one about physiology and anatomy. But some of them are more broad, like how to navigate college as a student with a disability. One that might be interesting to a lot of you, I believe there's one that will focus on clubs and activities. You have another video from me in an email about Week at a Glance. Week at a Glance shows you where to find the links to learn more about Connect Days. So go back to that email. You can watch the video or just look at the Week at a Glance directly. And at the bottom of Week at a Glance is the information about Connect Days. We're going to talk about that more later. And that is all. I know some of you might have a lot of questions. Please reach out. I'll continue to send out more information. Thanks very much.